Chosen one, your promise has arrived. Listen, you have waited, you have endured, you have pressed through storms that tried to bury you. And now the hour has come when what was whispered to your soul begins to show itself. There is a shift moving through the atmosphere of your life, a weight being lifted, a clarity forming where confusion once reigned. This is not the faint flicker of hope. It is the moment the unseen becomes visible, the moment the promise arrives. The universe has not forgotten you. Heaven has not overlooked you. The time that felt delayed was never wasted. It was preparation for this unveiling. And now, chosen one, you stand on the threshold of fulfillment. Before we move deeper into this message, pause for a moment. In the comments below, write your warmest wishes and release them with the sacred number 777. This is not just a symbol. It is alignment, a declaration that your heart's desires are stepping into divine completion. Release them with courage, because the energy in this moment is real, and it carries your words into the unseen where they begin to manifest. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You may have felt abandoned during the waiting season, days where you looked around and wondered if the silence meant rejection, if the delay meant denial. But chosen one, delays are not denials. They are divine alignments. The seed does not fail to grow simply because you cannot see its roots pressing through the soil. In the hidden places, in the darkness where no eye could see, your promise was forming. And now the shell has broken. The shoots are reaching upward. What was once buried in secrecy is stepping into visibility. This is the season where the unseen becomes undeniable. The promise arriving is not always announced with loud trumpets or dramatic signs. Sometimes it comes quietly, like dawn breaking after the longest night. You may not even realize at first that it has begun, because fulfillment often slips into your life disguised as small opportunities, gentle shifts, unexpected conversations, or the soft stirring of your spirit telling you, this is it. The grandeur of arrival is not always in the scale. It is in the certainty. It is in the knowing that what you carried in faith is now standing before you. There is a weight that lifts when you realize you are no longer waiting for everything. You are stepping into it. The doubts that circled your mind begin to scatter. The voices that once told you it would never happen suddenly seem faint, powerless, irrelevant. You understand now that it was never about their timing. It was about divine timing. And divine timing has a sound. It resonates in your bones. It whispers in your chest. It makes you stand taller, breathe deeper, and walk lighter. That sound is here now. Every tear you shed watered the ground of your promise. Every silent prayer was a thread woven into the tapestry of this moment. Every lonely night became the soil where strength grew in you. Do you see now? It was not wasted. The pain did not destroy you. It planted you. The silence did not erase you. It refined you. The waiting did not weaken you. It made you strong enough to hold what is now being placed in your hands. This arrival is not random. It is appointed. Just as the earth knows when to bring forth harvest, your life knows when to release what has been maturing within. And, chosen one, this is your harvest season. You are stepping into a space where promises are no longer abstract. They are tangible, touchable, undeniable. Look around you. Listen carefully. The signs are already there. The air feels different. Conversations feel significant. Even your thoughts carry a weight that was not there before. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The promise you have been carrying is not just about blessing you, it is about shifting everything connected to you. When a tree blooms, it does not only produce fruit for itself, it gives shade, it provides nourishment. It becomes a sign of life to all who pass by. Your promise is arriving not only to fulfill you, but to affect those around you. It is not just your season, it is the season of those who will be blessed, because you endured long enough to carry this to fruition. You may not have realized it, but your endurance was training you. Every time you wanted to quit but didn't, you were stretching the capacity of your spirit. Every time you said, "I'll try again tomorrow," you were building a foundation strong enough to hold what is coming. And now, as the promise arrives, you will see why it had to take this long. You will see why it couldn't have come earlier. Because earlier, you would not have been ready. But now, chosen one, you are. This is the opening of a new chapter, not just another page in the same story. The rhythm of your life has changed. The patterns you once knew are breaking apart, because they cannot contain the new. Do not be surprised when old doors close suddenly, or when people step away without explanation. These are not losses, they are releases. They are the clearing of space so your promise can have room to grow. The promise is not only about receiving, it is about transforming. You will not remain who you were before this moment. You are being reshaped, elevated, expanded. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when the weight of yesterday no longer defines the path forward. You have reached that moment now. The echoes of past failures, the memories of closed doors, the sting of betrayals, these no longer carry the power they once did. They may still whisper, but their voices are weak. The louder voice, the one now rising within you, is the voice of promise. It calls to you, reminding you that everything you have endured was not the ending of your story, but the shaping of your strength. That promise has finally caught up with you, and now it stands at the doorway of your reality, waiting for you to claim it. The fulfillment you are entering is not just about one event, one blessing, or one breakthrough. It is about a chain reaction. Think of it like the first drop of rain after a long drought. The ground, dry and thirsty, does not reject it. It drinks it deeply, and soon more drops follow, until what began as a drizzle becomes a downpour. In the same way, the first signs of your promise may appear small, but they are only the beginning. One unlocked opportunity opens another. One aligned conversation leads to another. Suddenly, you are surrounded by confirmation, like a flood of evidence that your time has come. Do not underestimate the quiet ways your promise arrives. Sometimes it does not come in the form of a sudden miracle, but as a steady unfolding. A call that seems ordinary but shifts your trajectory. A new idea that lights up your spirit. A connection that opens doors you could never force open on your own. These subtle moments are not to be dismissed. They are the seeds of greater manifestations. Chosen one, pay attention. Because the very things you might overlook are carrying the answers you prayed for. And as the promise arrives, there is something within you that shifts too. You notice the fear that once kept you bound no longer has the same hold. The doubts that once stopped you in your tracks begin to lose their grip. You feel courage rising in places where fear used to live. This is not by accident. This is transformation. You are not just receiving a promise. You are becoming someone who can live fully inside it. The waiting season built the vessel. The arrival season pours it full. There is a reason your promise didn't arrive sooner. And it is because what you carried was too precious to be wasted on unprepared ground. You needed to grow into the person who could hold it. You needed to learn how to endure, how to discern, how to trust. Every closed door was not punishment. It was protection. Every delay was not rejection. It was alignment. And now, that alignment is complete. You are in the place where heaven and earth meet, where timing and readiness collide, and where destiny begins to unfold without resistance. But chosen one, understand this. The promise arriving does not mean everything will instantly be easy. It means everything will finally begin to make sense. It means the strength you built through the struggle will now serve you as you step into fulfillment. It means that while challenges may still arise, they no longer have the power to break you, because you have become too strong, too rooted, too aligned to be shaken. This is why the promise is arriving now, because you can hold it, protect it, and grow it into its full potential. Think of the caterpillar that spends its days crawling, limited by its form, unaware that it carries wings within it. The cocoon feels like death, like confinement, like an end. But it is not an end. It is the place where wings form. And when the moment comes, the cocoon must break. Struggle is required to break free. And yet, that very struggle strengthens the wings. Chosen one, your cocoon season has ended. The wings you could not see are now ready, and the sky itself awaits your flight. The promise has arrived because you are no longer meant to crawl. You are meant to soar. Everything that once felt scattered will now begin to align. Pieces that seemed random will start to fit together like a puzzle, revealing its image. What you thought were detours were, in truth, the very roads leading you here. Every tear watered the promise. Every loss carved space for it. Every silence taught you to listen differently. Now you can see the design. Now you can understand why you walked through valleys and storms, because the mountaintop would mean nothing without them. This is the shift you've been waiting for, chosen one. A shift not only in your circumstances, but in your spirit. You will begin to notice that your thoughts carry more clarity, your words more weight, your actions more impact. The energy you release will not scatter aimlessly. It will find its mark. You are aligned with the rhythm of the universe, and that alignment attracts what is meant for you. No longer will you chase what is not yours. No longer will you strive for doors that were never meant to open. Instead, what belongs to you will find you. It will flow toward you naturally, as if pulled by an invisible current, because it is finally time. The arrival of your promise also calls for a new awareness. You cannot treat this season casually. You must be mindful, intentional, and discerning. Protect your promise from distractions, from the noise of those who cannot see what you see. Not everyone will understand what is happening to you, and that is okay. The promise was given to you, not to them. Do not waste energy trying to convince others of what is real for you. Instead, nurture it, grow it. Let the fruit of it speak louder than your explanations ever could. This is the confirmation you have been longing for. You are not forgotten. The universe has been moving pieces in your favor all along. The silence you mistook for absence was the very space where alignment was being perfected. And now, at last, the fulfillment is stepping out of the unseen into the seen. Your life will not remain the same after this. Chosen one, your promise has arrived. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Chosen one, if you pay close attention, you will feel it. Subtle, but undeniable, like the quiet hum of energy before a storm breaks. This is not coincidence. This is not imagination. What you are sensing is the vibration of your promise drawing near, the unseen becoming tangible. You have carried this expectation in your spirit for so long that it almost felt like a dream. Yet now, the dream is breathing, walking, moving toward you. The waiting was never punishment. It was preparation. The universe does not deliver precious treasures to unready hands. And now, because of your endurance, because of your faith, because you refused to give up, the moment of fulfillment has arrived. There were times you thought you were standing still, but you were actually being positioned. Every delay was movement in disguise. Every season of silence was alignment unfolding quietly in the background. What you thought was stagnation was actually the gathering of momentum. The promise had to mature. The path had to be prepared. And you had to grow into the person who could hold it without breaking. You may not have seen the transformation while it was happening, but now, as your promise appears, you realize you are not who you once were. The old you could not carry this blessing. The refined you can. Do you notice how your spirit feels lighter lately, even if your circumstances haven't yet fully changed? That lightness is a sign. The heaviness of waiting is lifting because the season of fulfillment is here. You are no longer carrying the burden of, when will it happen? You are standing in the answer. You may not see every detail yet, but the evidence is all around you. The small shifts, the unexpected connections, the doors that suddenly open, these are the signs of your promise's arrival. Chosen one, do not dismiss them. They are the whispers of destiny saying, "It is time." And when the promise comes, it does not simply enter your life quietly. It transforms you. It awakens something inside that had been asleep. Confidence you didn't know you had. Courage you didn't think you could carry. Clarity that suddenly makes sense of the confusion you endured for so long. You realize that the waiting was not just about the promise arriving. It was about you becoming the promise yourself. What you carry now is not only fulfillment, but identity. You are no longer the seeker of the promise. You are the manifestation of it. Think back on the countless nights you wanted to give up, the days when hope felt like a fragile flame flickering in the wind. And yet, here you are. The flame did not go out. It endured, and now it burns brighter than ever. Every tear that fell watered the soil. Every prayer that seemed unanswered was building a foundation. Every disappointment was redirecting you toward what was truly meant for you. The universe did not forget you. Heaven did not abandon you. You were always on track, even when the road felt broken. The promise could not be lost. It was sealed with your name from the beginning. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The season of hiding is over. The time of preparation has been fulfilled. You are now stepping into visibility, into recognition, into alignment with what has always been waiting for you. What you carried privately will now show publicly. The strength you built in silence will now be seen by all. You no longer need to wonder if your time will ever come. It already has. But with arrival comes responsibility. This promise is not just for your comfort. It is for your calling. It will bless you, yes, but it will also require you to grow, to lead, to step boldly where you once hesitated. The promise is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a greater one. It is not a destination. It is a launch. And you, chosen one, are ready to rise with it. Do not be surprised when old things begin to fall away quickly. Habits, relationships, places, even opportunities that once felt stable may suddenly shift. This is not loss. It is alignment. The promise cannot thrive in the old soil. New ground is required, and you are being led into it. Trust the release. Trust the transition. Trust that the same force that brought the promise to you will sustain it, nurture it, and expand it. You are stepping into a season where your steps will feel guided, as though unseen hands are moving you forward. Conversations will fall into place. Timing will be uncanny. Doors that were locked tight will swing open effortlessly. These are not random blessings. They are confirmations that you are in the flow. You are aligned with destiny, and destiny does not hesitate once the time has come. Understand this truth. What belongs to you cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied. It may have felt delayed, but that was only from your perspective. From the higher perspective, it was always on time. And now that it has arrived, nothing can take it from you. Walk boldly into this season. Receive it fully. Do not shrink back. This promise is not temporary. It is eternal. It is the unfolding of what was spoken into your spirit long ago. This is your appointed time. Chosen one. The storm has passed. The silence has ended. The waiting has fulfilled its purpose. Your promise is not just near, it is here. And the life you are about to live will not look like the life you left behind. You are crossing into new territory, into a reality where fulfillment is not a dream, but your daily experience. The shift is complete. The promise has arrived. Chosen one, this journey has led you here, to the moment where waiting turns into walking, and hope turns into fulfillment. What you are stepping into is not just the arrival of a promise, it is the unfolding of a new identity. You are no longer the one who waits in uncertainty. You are the one who walks in certainty, in alignment, in destiny. The universe has witnessed your endurance, and heaven has honored your faith. Now, the shift you carry will not only transform your life, but it will ripple outward, touching everyone connected to you in ways you may not even see. People will notice it. Some will not understand it, but all will feel it. They will sense the radiance of your promise, the unshakable assurance of someone who has stepped into divine timing. And this is why you must move with intention now. Every step has weight. Every word has power. The alignment you live in is holy, and it must be guarded. Do not spend your strength trying to explain yourself to those blind to the vision. Simply live in the fullness of what has arrived. Let the evidence of your transformation speak louder than any explanation. This is not just about receiving, it is about becoming. This is not just survival, it is mastery, it is destiny, it is transformation. And as you walk forward, chosen one, you will finally see that the true promise was never only about what would be placed in your hands, it was always about the person you were destined to become.